this, we all put a cut of our money and we bogarted all the promotores and we shoved Unión 13 for the last like 4 dates of our tour that we were doing and put them on, and they used our gear. They entre todos, I mean, it was a beautiful experience. Right. And they were wonderful human beings. I mean, they're still homies with Felix. Felix is still like right on. Like, yeah, dude. Like, I mean, we had a wonderful.
Chinga, se nos fue. Se nos desconectó el chivo.
Ahorita regresa.
Entonces, Pájaro in My Heart se llama el playlist de esta noche. We've all felt what happened. I literally was there when it happened back in 95.
Yeah, yo también, man. I grew up in Watsonville. Pájaro is the first community that I remember as a kid. I lived there between the ages of 2 and 6. So when I think of like when I can recall my first memories, it's in Pájaro, the community of Pájaro.
Yeah.
Una reflexión que nos trajo el chivo, ¿no? Cuando tú que estás allí literalmente en esa comunidad, te estás dando cuenta de la magnitud de esa inundación, y la mayoría de la gente que está afectada, pues se puede decir casi el 100% era raza, gente que trabaja.
Neta, el 98, fácil. Y los gringos que están ahí, they're the landowners. So, I mean,
bueno,
you know.
Oh, man. Anyway, vamos a sentir un poco esta experiencia, y ojalá, como ustedes lo hicieron con Unión 13 en ese tour, vamos a seguir apoyando a Pájaro.
You know, yeah. Bueno, el song list de esta noche entre nosotros tres, it is deep. That's all I can say. I don't even know how to describe it. Pero sé con la canción que vamos a empezar el set esta noche, Adiós Caballos, from Almería, España. La canción Herida, Sustento, Consecuencia. It is just listen to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ok, aquí en mi vecindad, la banda elástica radio.
Esta rola is a perfect example of what I was feeling when I was looking at this shit. I wanted to scream. And then there's a point, if you notice in the breakdown, where it gets really poetically beautiful with the backups. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And, you know, because I can see the beauty, all of our families and all of us, we've picked fruit and vegetables for a living and not even making fun of, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I can see the beautiful in un fil de fresas, de alcachofas, de lechuga. You know what I'm saying? And then seeing it inundado. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, seguimos, no, esa verdad, esa experiencia en esa comunidad. Y pues a ver cómo vamos a...
Por la mera verdad, que el resto del país is gonna feel it by summertime, porque la cosecha...
Las fresas, güey.
De esta área, la lechuga, las fresas, las moras, las manzanas.
El pinche coliflor.
Coliflor, they took a hit. Van a perder, están calculando entre el 60 y hasta el 70% de toda la cosecha por todo el año is going to be lost. Y todo el Valle de Salinas, que es donde vivimos nosotros, produces for a big chunk of the United States. So they'll feel later on when they compran una cajita de fresa por $10 and they'll be like, why? Like,
yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, there's some positive news, pero, you know, with a healthy dose of skepticism, porque Lo primero que era lo más gacho es que, FEMA came in y dijeron que, yes, this is a federal disaster, we're going to help, pero tienen que tener papeles. Y pues chingue su madre, cuando la mayoría de la gente
En la
Pájaro,
mayoría de Pájaro, nadie entiende. I mean,
right.
it's anyways. Bueno,
Y lo-
a través
y
de
lo-
la voz de nosotros estamos escuchando a Dios Caballos. Do you know that they've been around for over 10 years?
No.
They're not young guys. They actually used to Viva Belgrado, which is one of our fair bands, used to look up to them when they first started out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Chip on that, dude. You know.
From Viva Belgrado?
No. They used to look up to them when this band,
Right.
Adios Caballos, has been over for over 10 years, like since the late 2000s. You know.
Por eso, pero they
Yeah.
look, órale.
Yeah, Viva Belgrado would see them and be like, wow, ¿qué onda con,
Wait. Repeat that again. I'm getting confused now.
Viva Belgrado would look up to Adios Caballos.
Holy
as
shit. That's
yeah.
what I thought you said. Okay, I get it. Holy, and I mean, the influence is totally there. I mean, it's
Yeah, especially the song.
Yeah, and I think Manolo, you're the ones that turned me on the Dios Caballos. Like, I want to say maybe a year ago you played him, or was it G? One of you guys played him.
I think it was G. Yeah,
I've had him in the back burner for a long time. Y cuando I listen to this track, I'm going, that's the one. That's when I want to start El Desmadre. Y luego la acoplé con un grupo de Chile que se llama Subir en Busca del Aire, that I know very little. Other than this, no, trip on this, guys. These recordings tienen más de 20 años.
What?
Yes, más de 20 años. El disco que está on Spotify and iTunes is a compilation of all their grabaciones. There's very little information. From the Chile, from the late 90s. And I don't know if you guys could remember, I used to be a big fan de un grupo de Washington, D.C. that's considered one of the granddaddies of the birth of emo. And it was Moss Icon. And the bass line to this song and the feeling of the intro reminds me of Moss Icon from the 80s.
De subir a un busco de aire.
Yeah. Can you see the semblance in the bass lines in the beginning of it? Like where it's almost all instrumental with just,
Wow.
And it's almost like
it's a good pairing. It's a really good pairing.
It's very, we did a pretty damn good job this week
I can't stress it enough when it happens that I listen to the whole playlist and it ends.
Yeah.
And then that's a really good.
With this set, a lot of our sets, we play, I want to dance, I want to sing along. This one, I almost felt like I was holding my breath for the whole time. And then when the set ends, I let it out. And then I painfully go and play repeat again.
I think you personally have a very distinct picture, and I hear it now. Because you walked literally on that bridge and you could see what was going on in Pájaro.
To me and my family, I forced ourselves to go drive through it slow. And Gabriela was like, no quiero ir, no, we need to see. We need to see. Una cosa es mirarlo en televisión. We need to cada uno de nosotros, we know people that live in that area or live in parts of Watsonville que también se hundieron. And, and then this week, allá for Tornado Valley just got bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's no global warming, guys. anyways,
Happening.
going back with Subir en busca del aire. Trip on this. No sé casi nada de información. They definitely don't exist anymore.
Wow. Chile.
But there's something there on ese grupo. And we're going to hang out in Chile. Y no lo hice a propósito. But we're going to hang out in Chile for the majority of my set. And it just worked out that way.
Okay.
Okay.
On mics.
Eso fue Subir en busca del aire con la canción Los pasos que quedaron marcados en el cementerio. Yeah. Long song title.
Dude, esa canción.
¿Esa canción? What?
Esa canción, pues, como mencionaste fuera del aire al principio, me recuerda mucho de Mass Icon, pero the vocals me recuerdan un chingo de Indian Summer.
Okay, yeah. I was going to start talking about a bunch of bands that nosotros tres we used to see en los principios de los 90 enfrente de nadie because there was nobody there. But if anybody from Ebullition Records,
no?
yeah. If Ebullition Records was there, que era la otra disquera from the East Coast, from Richmond, Virginia, which Born Against and
there was Gravity, Ebullition,
Ebullition.
Fuck.
Pretty much, si estabas en esa disquera, we would go and check you out, you know, because we knew that you were going to give some post-punk, hardcore emo, like just some weird, like off the wall. And Indian Summer was un grupo from the East Bay that played a lot like this stuff, and they were friends of ours. Same with Floodgate, Drew and those guys, and I mean, you know, wonderful stuff. Anyway, Subir en busca del aire es de Chile. Estas grabaciones tienen más de 20 años atrás. So you can trip that this is like, you know, tengo muy poca información de ellos, desfortunadamente. I'll try to play them again and we'll go from there. Antes de eso empezamos a hacer con Adiós Caballos, con Herida, Sustento, Consecuencia. Long of the song titles, yeah, I know. Great post-punk. I don't want to call them screamo because I think they're much, much, much more than that. Great stuff. But now, vamos a seguir en Chile.
Wait. I want you to repeat a little bit.
Okay.
Of the influence of Adiós Caballos.
Adiós Caballos has been around for, I want to say, como 15 años. They've been around for a long time. And they've influenced muchos grupos. And one of my favorite groups, your favorite groups, Via Belgrado, is definitely influenced by Adiós Caballos. I went and saw the pictures of las fotos de Adiós Caballos. Now I'm like, man, those ways look as old as we do. And sure enough, they've been around forever. You know, good guys.
Yeah.
Vamos a seguir en Chile con este muchacho, Chico Eléctrico. Tiene como 6 años grabando his version of his folk punk, you know, indie, you know, canciones de protesta on his own term. Tiene just as many singles or EPs. This song reached out and grabbed me by the throat when I first heard it. There's something uniquely, beautifully tragic about this song. No sé qué, pero la canción se llama Grabé esto enfermo, but for some reason I just kept seeing beauty in it. So let's check it out.
La Banda Elástica Radio.
It reminds me mucho de, ¿cómo se llama el muchacho that used to play from Puerto Rico, G? They used to do a lot of this. Not Fofe, but
From Puerto Rico or from Venezuela?
Venezuela.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely reminds me.
Yeah. And it reminds me a lot of that. And it sounded, it just sounds beautiful to me. I don't know why.
Is it Venezuela or Argentina? Maybe Argentina.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, about that. Mhm. Yeah.
What were you going to say,
Absolutely.
Manolo?
Did he fall asleep? Manolo!
No, he's there.
What's up,
I think
dude?
he's just enjoying the music.
I am, dude.
He's jamming too.
What's up, man?
Well, it's hard not to get cerebral about it, right? Yeah. I mean, it really.
Well, this set list de esta noche. It's a soundtrack to many things.
Mhm.
A bad breakup, a beautiful long car ride, or I'm cleaning house.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of like just weird. And Manuel's probably going to say, "Oh, and it's great lovemaking music." You know, he's probably going to say,
No. You know
like,
what? I was actually thinking that this is actually a lot of introspection, because there's a lot of things that get worked out. So to me, this playlist, it a lot of different things were going on. So I mean, yeah, there's of course the angst and the frustration and the all of that, but also like some of these songs, they're just, they kind of get you a little daydreamy.
Yeah. They're beautiful. They're beautiful in a weird way, but that's mi vecindad,
Yeah, they impacted me because I think there's this really interesting fine line between those like indie punks and like folk
and artsy.
Because in artsy, well, more I think about like the reason why certain traditional like Americana folk, were, era música de protesta.
Yeah.
Right?
And it goes hand in hand.
Hand in hand with punk music, right? Porque mucho del punk viene de un tipo de protesta.
There's a lot of obscure bands on this set list.
Very.
Yeah.
This was, la mera verdad, muchachos, this was a very easy yet difficult set to put together because it's not accessible.
Yeah, it took me a little bit of time to put something.
There's two songs in general. Esta and Subir en Busca del Aire are so not accessible. They're not accessible. They're not pero sí son rolas that you listen to them a few times and they kind of haunt after you. But they work for the theme, y para correr la voz. Now we're going to get a little squirrely later on in the set, so it's going to get different. The way you carry it out and the way I
Saludos a los de DiavloVision, ahí presente con nosotros esta noche, Chicles. Chicles, el family member de mascota del chivo.
Nice. Okay, este grupo, La Chica de las Camelias, again, de Concepción, Chile. Been around for 5 years. They got a couple EPs, not much information, just some young kids. I don't know.
It's very artsy and that sense. Okay, just thinking about the name, La Chica.
De las Camelias. It's like, Ok, acaban de escuchar a La Chica de las Camelias con la canción ¿Será este el fin del hombre araña? Because, why not? When I'm perusing my comic book collection and I'm reading how Peter Parker's going to die.
Which iteration?
Which iteration? Yeah, Miles. Maybe Miles. Antes de eso, Chico Eléctrico, también de Chile, con Grabé Esto Enfermo. I don't know about you guys, but Chico Eléctrico y esa rola,
Yes.
there's something really dreamy, nice that I like about it. You know,
Yeah.
Does it fit? Yes.
Yeah.
And no. You know.
Yeah.
But I like it, so I don't. You know, me vale.
Dude, even la última canción, La chica de las camellas, esa rola está un poco melancólica, but it's beautiful.
In a weird way, yeah. And that's what I was trying to go with this set. I mean, it'd probably be mucho tiempo before we can get away with an excuse to play rolas como estas aquí en mi vecindad, but you know, we're making it work. Pero bueno, vamos a seguir porque we got a lot more music. Voy a seguir en Chile, but I'm going to go with a smile on my face. Porque esta próxima canción, este grupo que voy a tocar, puts a huge smile on my face. And I could honestamente decir de nosotros tres aquí en mi vecindad, if we were friends with these vatos and we saw them play locally, we'd probably be all up on stage singing along with them. Right. Porque los coros, estos muchachos tienen a knack, and almost all their songs are like this, where they're all sing along. Anyways, este grupo se llama Cuando el Problema No Existe, igual de Chile, con la canción La Última Noche que Hablamos. And it's pretty new.
Y en mi vecindad, la banda Elástica Radio. It's a little quirky too.
No, it's very quirky.
Yeah.
It's like, honestamente, you want to sit there and go like, you're not punk, you're not emo,
Warren,
you're not alternative, you're not oi. But honestly, like, the more I listened to the song, the more I was going like, man, if we saw them at one of the shows that we used to go to a lot, the whole crowd would be singing along.
Could it be like a melodic pop alternative?
I'm sure it fits in that range. I'm very, out of every band I played tonight, this is one of those bands that I think definitivamente quiero mirar a ver qué van a sacar de aquí para adelante. They're really new. They just came out last year. They're very new.
Cuando el problema no existe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to see where they go.
These two songs are interesting porque Cuando el problema no existe is a little quirky, sing-alongy, and then and especially, well, this song, it's very, very uppity, like cheerful in a way.
It is. It's very like, for me, it makes me want to smile. You know,
because they have other stuff that's a little heavier, right? I mean, it's
heavier, but and popular at the same time, but it's all sing along. You know, it's very like, como like being at the Poet and Patriot and everybody's singing along. That's what they go after.
Yeah, yeah. I like the transitions in this song.
Yeah, it's all over the place. And then it ends. Se termina así en 2 minutos.
Oh, and man, a lot of sweet.
And then we go into Vamos a Buenos Aires con WRRN. And they have a few EPs, and they're also a new band. Tienen 7, 8 años, but they have like just a few EPs. And they do this, and it's not like, I don't know, it just made me want to smile because in the end, Pájaro in our community is a beautiful, beautiful area.
Oh, and
yeah. It will get back on its feet, you know.
Yeah, driving through Pájaro many times.
Oh, yeah.
Or even walking on the levee, and you know, just feeling both sides.
I don't even know who to think like either one of these two bands remind me of, to be honest.
Anti-Idols.
I knew that was your like protest song. When you put it on, I'm going, no, it's like, it's a statement song.
Che, G está estrenando, güey.
Yeah. The thing about todos los músicos de esta noche, they're all really good musicians, whether you hear it or not, or whether you're paying attention to it or not. And there's a lot of like, you know, I'm hoping you have more information, Manolo, on a couple of your bands. Or more luck than I did on.
I did on. There's two of them that I found very little on, which was kind of.
And that's probably the ones that I want more information on. You know.
Yeah. The Sexes.
Yeah. Las Exes is definitely one of them. The funny thing is,
right.
Dominico, when he put it on there, I'd already had them slated, a different song, of course, but
yeah,
I already had them slated for a couple of weeks from now. I'm like, touche, that's nice.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, I like him. No,
so yeah, they're very good, dude.
Anti-Idols.
Mm-hmm.
Nueva EP.
Mm-hmm. Algo falla. And sometimes it's Dr. G kind of fallando. You know. Obviamente el grupo hardcore madrileño, you know, ¿cómo no hablar de lo que está pasando en Pájaro con canciones que speak to the truth about what's out there, you know? And I think that's what happened cuando, you know, me puse a pensar de lo que, cómo comunicar eso. Cómo comunicar lo que, igual lo dijimos fuera del aire, lo que tú vistes y sentiste cuando viste la Pájaro Inundado. Esa emoción a través de la música que presentaste hoy. It's very telling of...
very, very somber,
pero, come on, man, algo falla, pero 25
Charlie's still doing it, dude, like
pero 25 fucking years y las mismas chingaderas.
Oh, no, yeah. and you want to know the shitter? It wasn't even near Para Brotar. It wasn't supposed to crest.
Right.
Till 32 feet.
Right.
And this thing broke at 29. Raza. It wasn't Raza. It was like, Raza had nothing to do with it. But like,
Ingenieros. Anyhow, estamos pensando mucho en Pájaro a través de este playlist esta semana, dándole mucho cariño y amor a esa comunidad que fue parte de todos nosotros en algún momento en nuestras vidas, donde estuvimos allí, ya sea muy presentes o aliados con lo que estaba pasando. Me recuerda mucho cuando pasó en el 95, ¿no?
Yeah.
I was there on behalf of
Salud para la gente.
With a medical unit, thanks to Barbara, our leader, Barbara. She got a mobile clinic somehow. She pulled up somewhere because like this time around, there was no FEMA, there was no Monterey,
yeah.
no Santa Cruz County. It was just like they were left on their own. Those our gente. So vamos a seguir con más música para presentar ese entendimiento emocional que tenemos. What's going on, Diabólico?
Okay, so como el Chivo mencionó anteriormente, este playlist presentó una oportunidad para tocar canciones que normalmente no la escuchamos así, you know, a whole playlist to this degree. And la siguiente canción que voy a tocar es de Viva Belgrado. I mean, no se puede decir más de ellos. Esta canción es de Carne y Flor, que salió en el 2014. Esta banda, so if you're new to Viva Belgrado, son de Córdoba, España. Se formaron un poquito más de 10 años en el 2012. Y lots of really good jams, especialmente los dos primeros álbumes. I feel like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Y Flores Carne are amazing. So this is from Flores Carne.
No secret de Viva Belgrado para nosotros is one of my top bands de los últimos 10 años. You know, they're just like,
Yeah. So if you want to check them out, check out their first 2 albums, Flores, Carne y Ulises. Awesome stuff.
aquí en mi vecindad, a través de la banda La Azteca Radio.
Dude, this fucking song kicks ass, dude. Yeah.
It's a band that never disappoints. A band that never.
The first 2 albums are brutally amazing, and the rest of the work is beautiful too. Don't get me wrong, but the first 2 albums are like
Ulises is brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I mean,
Brilliant.
I want to put them up there with oh man, De La Rocha's band and in some points, like, I mean, they don't sound the same, but like as far as like just an intense emotional right.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely up there with Rage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with like Tom Morello and his stuff that he's always been doing, you know, his support.
Desafortunadamente, I don't think Villa Delgado gets anywhere near the attention that they truly deserve. I mean, por teniendo más de 10 años de estar.
Okay, mira, fíjate algo muy interesante. Something that's just about to blow my own mind. Según somos el país independiente, ¿no? Freedom of very, right? Why is it that Viva Belgrado is not being heard here?
I don't know. I mean, because like, neta, I mean, we play them 3-4 veces al año, and for us and mi vecindad, that's a lot.
I mean, some of the white kids are listening to them.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. But those are the people that love music.
Yeah.
Regardless of where it's coming from, right? Ahora, tú vas a un festival en Europa, la mayoría de esos festivales son muy internacionales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aquí en los Estados Unidos, it's happening. It didn't happen as much, let's say 20 years ago. I think about maybe 15 it started getting a little better, you know, with the international support, you know. But even then, todavía yo me estaba echándole el ojo a los lineups de Coachella, los lineups de even Lollapalooza. Right.
Pero mira, desafortunadamente aquí en los Estados Unidos.
No Latino bands and some of these big old concerts, there's no Latino bands.
Well, this is the problem, is like some of these festivals start off well-intentioned. Real Fest.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
And
I agree.
And they get to a un nivel where they're getting buzz. And then what happens? They got bought. And then all of a sudden, tan, you know, patronizados por esto, and this, and it turns into this money machine, because Coachella is nowhere near what it used to be like 10 years ago.
Oh,
you know,
it's all the techies, dude.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with like, you know.
But you know what? I'm a little optimistic with what G was saying about music festivals, porque a lot of the folks now, a lot of the times when they go to show, dude, they're just fucking taking selfies. They're not looking at the band. They're talking to other people.
They're there to be seen.
Doing selfies. Yeah. So I don't think that the language matters so much, because to them it's kind of like background music. So it has to be like good background music.
Now tell me about this band. This is one of the bands I wanted to talk to you about. Okay.
Los Exes de Lucia. Mm-hmm. The only thing I know about them que son de Mexico. Okay. I don't even know where from Mexico they're from.
When you put Villa Delgado with this one, it sounded to me like the mix that I did con subir buscando el aire with Chico Eléctrico. It just smooth transition.
This song, the more I listen to it, the more I like it. And there's more and more layers that get revealed. Porque initially, like when I first listened to it, what got me were the snotty vocals, because it's a little different. And then as I started listening to it, I started listening to the guitar work, because there's two totally different sound. There's like this clean, like Fender sound floating on top, and then there's this crunchy guitar underneath.
What drugged me first was the intro guitar work, the clean guitar work.
Yeah.
And the tempo. And then the snotty fresa vocals. It's almost like I was going, is this going to be una rola alternativa? Because it sounds like in the beginning. But then it beautifully does not go there. You know?
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about the set list tonight, is that like there's so many layers in so many of these songs. They're not at face value. It's one of those sets that like tienes que escucharlo 3, 4, 5 veces to really understand what's going on with some of these jams. You know, it doesn't hit us right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know,
because when I first heard your set list, I was like, because you're there, you're seeing what's happening in Pájaro, and I think like me and G were just talking, and I was like, oh, shit, man, I'm not where Hector is at. So it's really hard for me to get into the set list. So it took me about a week to get into it.
I think that's why I was playing with the end of the playlist, where I was like, how can I, how can I pay homage or not our honor to that, exactly what I spoke of. And you're right, Diabólico, is like, lo que vistes, lo que sentiste, lo que oliste, lo que tocaste, a comparación de nosotros que estamos acá, ¿no? Pero con todo
they
corazón.
still did amazing, because like esta rolas, like I want to know más de los exes de Lucía.
Yeah, me too. Dude, I looked them up on social media. Okay. Esa rola es Cruda Realidad de los Exes de Lucía de México. I don't know where in Mexico. All I know is they're from Mexico. And it took me a little bit of investigating to even figure that out. Yeah. So esta rola salió el año pasado. Banda muy reciente. Tienen 6 sencillos. And as we were talking fuera del aire, con esta canción, there's multiple listens. Different things came up, porque lo que primero me agarró la atención fue los vocales del cantante. And how I described it to Ariana is, I'm like, initially on the first listen, I wasn't sure. But then as I listened to it more, I just started really appreciating it, porque on first listen, it sounded like niño malcriado vocals, snotty vocals. And then what caught my attention was the music, las guitarras específicamente, the clean tones with the intro, and as they're floating above the music, and the crunchy solid state guitar sound.
And then the chaos that ensues.
Yeah.
Me encantó. Desfortunadamente, esta set de esta noche, outside of like Anti-Idols, Vía Belgrado, and Adiós Caballos, the majority of these bands are pretty obscure. And I think I love it. It's okay. Ride with us. But I Manolo, you're even going to go, you're going to one up.
So this next band, I'm super right now hard on this band. So esta banda que vamos a escuchar se llama Mazanera. La canción es Hipócrita. This band is from New Jersey. Son 4 chavos, 3 de ellos son latinos. And they've only been around for 5 years. But the hardcore just...
Yeah,
they remind me of
para los que
ABC,
están escuchando.
Diablo.
ABC, Diablo, okay.
Yeah.
For los que no saben, when we talk afuera del aire, cuando traemos estas canciones para el setlist, I don't ask Manolo. Manolo doesn't ask me. Gerardo doesn't ask me. We don't ask where they're from. I love to be surprised like everybody else. So when you said New Jersey, I'm like, ¿qué? What?
Yeah. Yeah, so cantan principalmente en inglés, pero también tienen bastante canciones en español, and this is one of them, and they fucking kick ass, dude.
Nice. Some hardcore, some East Coast hardcore. All right. Bueno. I just got chills, dude. Good. Mazanera, con la canción Hipócrita, en mi vecindad. Andrew, I got a big smile when you said I was like, that threw me for a loop.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get these cats.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I'm super fucking curious, man.
Yeah. It's just, I think what it is about tonight's set. Yeah, we got some big bands in here. Like Diablo Grado, Antitles, Uno Trece, Caifanes, Soviet.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at Caifanes. I was just looking at like the names, and I was like, I think we only got 3, maybe 3. Everything else is like it's pretty fucking obscure, which is awesome.
It's but like you were saying, I don't know when's the next time we're going to be able to have an opportunity to do something as intense as this.
Yeah.
We'll do it again.
No, we'll do it again, but it's not like next week we're probably going to play something else, dude, like Fruity. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I got a list. I'll send it.
Okay, then send it, and then I'll add to it.
Yeah. You'll be surprised.
It'll be different. Put it that way, guys. It won't be like this. Pero eso es lo que me encanta de aquí, de estar aquí cada semana aquí en mi vecindad. Even for our ages, para la gente que nos está escuchando, I still love and get a kick of listening to music and sharing it with the rest of the world. Even to this day. I think the passion that nosotros tres tenemos para presentar música y correr la voz no ha cambiado mucho en los últimos 30 años.
I love new music, man.
Yeah. And I love being blown away by like New Jersey. Like I got goosebumps. I'm like,
no, yeah. Let me put it to you this way, dude. I was listening to their music, and I was in the bathroom because the bathroom is like the man's office. It's like the only time you get. And so
that or the car.
I'm listening to a bunch of their songs, and then I get out of the bathroom y Ariana me empieza a hacer preguntas, and I'm just like in a different world, man. And I'm just like, what?
What? No, they're still good. The eggs are still good. Don't worry about it. Like, what?
Yeah. No, I went down the rabbit hole with them. Yeah.
Well, I kind of figured. The whole set in Esta Noche was everywhere.
I wonder, I'm very curious of what part of, like, say, Latino America or Central America they're from,
Yeah, okay. I'm curious too. So it's Aaron Jade Santillan, Ellen Nunez, Christopher Rodriguez. So obvious
it
Latinos.
Can be anything. Yeah. But it can,
Because hubo un tiempo cuando de repente no había muchos mexicanos. We're talking about mexicanos, porque no había muchos gente de las islas en Nueva York, pero no había muchos mexicanos. Eventualmente, pues, como dice, the revolt of the cockroach people, ¿no?
Hey G, I was gonna ask you on this next song. It's a long outro, so you can cut it at any time. I think it's like 1:45, like with Dominico.
We could put it as bad music.
Yeah, with Dominico. Yeah, because it's like 1.5-minute outro guitar.
Now,
I mean, we got time.
Again with Dominico, like I told you, I found this exact album and I picked a different song, but I held off on research. How old are these guys?
They're 2.5 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, se formaron en el 2020.
My thing was either they're going to be stupid young or old farts like us.
Yeah. Yeah. What I love about them, and this is how they describe themselves as shoegaze post grunge.
Well, I like the way Masa Nera describes their like emotional.
Mhm.
That's one of the descriptions. Post, hardcore, but one of them is like emotional, standalone. And the reason why I'm thinking that they have some kind of like even like South American influence, because the word masa is not the masa
So we
that
think
we
como
have,
mexicanos. Yeah.
right? But I think even Nera, it somehow I referenced something where like I think it's common in like Brazil or something. You know?
And Dominica, where are they from, dude?
They're from el Estado de Mexico. They're a bunch of chavos from el Estado de Mexico. Dice nostalgia juvenil desde el Estado de Mexico. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of info on this band.
I think it's la mayoría de the set list. There's a bunch of bands that like we all found.
You guys, can I remind you guys, just like me, I always forget, but tomorrow is free
Bandcamp.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I already have my wish list is huge.
Oh yeah. Masanera.
Be a good time for me to pick up those Restos Fósiles albums right now.
I'm gonna look at Bandcamp right now.
I love Bandcamp.
Yeah, that's awesome. Nostalgia Juvenil y Guitarrazos. They would probably pair up good with El Chirota.
I think so. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I could even see him do like you remember those like dual stage battles where like a band played on one side of the
set
of
and then the other. Yeah.
Oh no, it was like one song and then the other
one
band
song and then
another.
Yeah.
That's like a so that would be interesting with these two.
That'd be awesome.
Right? It's like, you know, for sure not under the influence because it'd be just too difficult. Now,
at some point, you're just gonna stare at the ground. Rotating my head.
Which I remember many a times having some really good influences and just listening to some really good music at a venue. Especially, I don't know if you guys remember, but most venues, like with the exception of like certain punk venues, what's his name, and the Gilman, like they were like, it's over, boom, it's off, right?
Yeah.
Like,
But they turn on the lights and they kick everybody out. Everybody go! It's like,
like I know you almost have to hurry and shit, or like they bring out the broom, man. Oh, the broom's out, man. Just go. You know, like literally, they're sweeping and shit. They're getting turning on mics.
Ok, esa fue la banda Dominico y la rola es Aflicción Constante. Dominico se formó hace recientemente en 2020 y se describen como nostalgia juvenil desde el Estado de México. And I love this song, man. Como mencioné fuera del aire, it's a cross, me recuerda pues muy shoegazy y también post-grunge.
It's definitely 90s throwback, and I like Secret Hint. I like the band myself. I mean, me topé con este mismo disco, and I already had it programmed for a couple of weeks from now, pero Manolo, but it's great. It's amazing. You know, esta noche, casi más de la mitad de estos grupos they're pretty young, pretty new, or tan desconocidos, but they deserve correr la voz. And it's a great opportunity to pimp out, porque mañana en Bandcamp. Take it away, G.
Mañana en Bandcamp, todo lo que compras en Bandcamp, which is always, ya está a un precio muy, muy bueno. Cualquier canción o álbum o LP, EP, whatever you buy, all proceeds go back to the band. Lo que es Bandcamp no va a recibir su porción.
Su cut.
Todo
Yeah.
va a dar. But,
so si tienen discos, canciones, or whatever on your wish list in Bandcamp, tomorrow's the perfect day to pull the trigger. Because
Bandcamp les recomienda big time. Y en general son muy buenos con regalías y bueno, cuando compra uno les dan un buen porcentaje a los grupos, y como dominico de la Ciudad de México, shoegaze hay que apoyarlo, ¿no? Hay que apoyarlo.
Yeah.
Y bueno, hablando de apoyar, quiero mandarles un fuerte abrazo a mi gente de Pájaro. Esta noche fue un playlist muy especial. También se les recomienda que hace unos tiempos durante el COVID hubo una caravana que se formó a través de ciertas personas, en especial a Joanne, que nosotros la conocemos. Look up the Watsonville Campesino Caravan. Campesino. Ellos with that same fundraiser, they're doing a fundraiser for Pájaro.
Oh, nice. Okay,
nice.
Se les recomienda bastante. Let me get the right information. Pero esta noche, muchísimas gracias. Y bueno, la música Diabólico, excelente. La música, muchísimas gracias. You know, again, it came from you, and
Chivo?
I appreciate Chivo, yeah, to bring this to our attention. You know,
good. It's all good music.
Yeah, support farmers for their essential work. GoFundMe es una campaña. GoFundMe, support farm workers affected by floods. Support farm workers affected by floods. Una campaña que Joanne, una amigocha de nosotros desde muchísimos años, let's correr la voz para apoyar a estos campesinos, porque así es como nosotros apoyamos a nuestra gente.
Eso mero, eso mero.
Bueno, nos despedimos. Esta noche estuve, como Diabólico mencionó, un poco difícil tratar de convivir la
energía.
La energía que sentiste tú cuando viste las inundaciones ahí en Pájaro, y cómo complementar la música que trajiste. Gracias, Diabólico, gracias, Chivo. Y bueno, así en lo más fácil se me vino a la mente Santa Sabina, porque Rita algún tiempo nos apoyó a nosotros cuando teníamos la campaña con los niños de Chiapas pero somehow Caifanes also came to mind, and I don't know, it was just emotional because of our connection to the area and to the people. La mayoría son descendientes mexicanos allí en Pájaro. Y se me vino mucho al corazón esta canción que se llama Mariquita, una canción que no se sabe bien when it started. It was probably part of that folk mariachi that started in the late 1800s. Bien de esa era esa canción. Pero lo más importante para mí es escuchar las letras, la música y cómo la canta Saúl, ¿no? Y en especial porque me recuerda mucho a mi gente en México. Y con eso nos despedimos esta noche. Muchísimas gracias. Vamos a terminar con esta canción de Caifanes, Mariquita.
Hasta la próxima semana, muchachos. Agur.
Buenas noches, familia. Se cuidan.
Mi vecindad. Gracias, Pájaro.
A very beautifully tragic set. It's a different set, but it's I rank, and I don't know. We're gonna have to drop a dud every once in a while because we can't keep up. Like we can't keep this up. We can't do 5-star matches like over and over and over and over and over again. But I'm glad you ended it with this because it either this or even Café Tacuba would have like.
Yeah, I thought, again, because of the region, because of the people, because of the music that influenced us. And I mean, listening to El Silencio over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
This song came on. It was one of those where, like, you want to zapatear, you want to take a tequila shot, you feel it. You feel the energy, the mexicanés, por decir, ¿no? De nosotros.
The emotion. Yeah, no, it's wonderful. I'm glad we did this. This is a set that I actually wanted to work on 2 weeks ago, but because of everything that happened, we just couldn't get to it. But still, I'm grateful that we did do it because it. Looking back, I think we're going to look back on sets like this, or even the last week's set, with fond memories 10 years from now or 5 years from now, going like, oh yeah, I remember that. All right, guys.
Buenas noches, Facebook, DiavloVision, Mi Vecindad.